Wisdom at the crossroads. We know what it feels like to look at our lives and realize we keep repeating the same mistakes, the same reactions, the same patterns that leave us frustrated with ourselves. We want to be wiser, steadier, more grounded. Yet something in us keeps slipping back into old ways of thinking. And somewhere in that tension, this quiet question rises. Why can't we seem to grow into the people we know we are meant to be? Scripture answers that ache with a surprising promise. Wisdom is not reserved for the gifted or the disciplined or the people who seem to have it all together. Wisdom is offered to the ones who feel the gap, who feel the need, who feel the ache. And if that is where we find ourselves today, then what comes next is not a rebuke, it is an invitation. Whoever corrects a scoffer gets himself abuse, and he who reproves a wicked man incurs injury. Do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase in learning. Proverbs 9, verse 7-9. We feel the sting of this because we know how often we have stood in that tension between folding our arms or opening our hearts. The scoffer resists, but the wise one receives. And that is where wisdom's path begins for us, not with brilliance or strength, but with willingness. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is insight. Proverbs 9:10. And maybe that is where we pause, because so many of us quietly fear that wisdom is out of reach. We assume it belongs to people smarter than we are, steadier than we are, more disciplined than we are. We assume we do not have the raw material to be wise. But Scripture tells us something very different. Wisdom does not call the impressive, wisdom calls the inadequate. Leave your simple ways and live and walk in the way of insight. Proverbs 9:6. We are the ones she calls to, the ones who do not know enough, the ones who feel the ache of our own missteps, the ones who finally realize we need help. These are the hearts wisdom shapes. These are the ones God is eager to teach. And it's in that very place that correction comes, the kind that makes us wince, yet leads us deeper. We start to see it differently, not as condemnation, but as kindness. Let a righteous man strike me, it is a kindness. Let him rebuke me, it is oil for my head. Psalm 141:5. Wisdom grows in these moments, in the quiet spaces where no one is watching, when we let God soften the hard places in us. Something begins to open, something begins to shift. A wise heart listens before speaking. It hears before reacting. It slows down before anger sweeps in. And we feel that gentle recalibration in the way our words begin to heal instead of harm. The tongue of the wise brings healing. Proverbs 12:18. Wisdom whispers through gentleness, patience, and restraint. It reshapes how we carry our days, reminding us that time is a gift. So teach us to number our days that we may get a heart of wisdom. Psalm 90:12. And as wisdom grows, we begin to notice who we walk with. Because hearts that long to grow start choosing companions who want the same. Whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. Proverbs 13:20. Then we come to the center of it all. Wisdom is not finally a skill we master or a virtue we perfect. Wisdom is Jesus himself. He is the rock beneath the house that stands. He is the voice we trust when our own understanding fails. He is the one who shows us that wisdom begins in hearing and doing his words. Everyone then who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. Matthew 7:24. And when we realize how much we still lack, when we see how far we still have to go, James meets us with the promise we need most. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given him. James 1:5. Without reproach, not with disappointment, not with irritation, not with reminders of our failures. Without reproach. God is never tired of our need. He never shames us for asking again. He never rolls his eyes at our simplicity. He gives wisdom generously, gladly, faithfully. He delights in shaping the very people who once feared they could never become wise. And maybe that is where wisdom truly begins for us, right here. In humility, in honesty, in the quiet admission that we cannot walk the path alone. We stand at the crossroads with wisdom calling and folly whispering its old lies. And every day in small ways, we choose which voice we follow. But the beautiful thing is that wisdom keeps calling, even to the simple, even to us, even today. So we ask and we take the first step, not because we have arrived, but because wisdom walks with those who want to be changed. As we reflect on this today, let us sit with the places where we feel the ache, the places where we long to grow, the places where we know we need God's shaping hand. And if something stirred in us, let us talk about it. Share a comment, share a thought, share a moment of clarity. We are walking this road together, and wisdom grows best in the company of hearts learning to listen.